Welcome to Call the Wild Tutorials, and today we're out here on Tiararoa, and we're continuing with our skill series, and we're talking about the skill, I'm only happy when it rains. So I've run this one before. It's not too bad of a skill if you want to decrease your visibility a little bit. So let's open it up and let's take a look at it. It's got two levels. At level 1, it decreases your visibility in foggy weather. And level 2 decreases your visibility in rainy weather. Now, let's face it, if it's rainy, it's usually foggy out and vice versa. So really, I've only ever tried to run one skill point in here. The times that I have done run 2 skill points, it doesn't stack up at all. So it doesn't give you that extra stack level of decrease of visibility. So usually just running one is sufficient, but let's just test it out anyways. So we need to establish a baseline. So let's look at our HUD as we move around. We can see when we're standing, we're just an oval, but then as we're running around, it's the full circle. And so this is kind of important to keep an eye on this visual cue. So once again, running around, we're the full circle. When we stop, we're the oval. Then when we go down into the crouching position, we can see we're the line with the little half circle. And then when we go down into the prone position, we're going to see that it's just a straight line. So we can see we're down in the prone position. It's a straight line. We saw there too when we were moving around in prone that we were kind of part of the oval. So let's go ahead. Let's stick a point in here. It's not going to really affect anything unless it gets foggy out. So we're going to go to level 1 that decreases our visibility in the fog. And now it's just a matter of going out and trying to find some bad weather. So let's see what we can do. So we were running around. We didn't really find anything. I picked Tiararoa because it's usually pretty murky out anyways. It's kind of foggy. But this is kind of just, I guess, a haze. They don't really count this or constitute it as a fog. As you can see, there's no change in our HUD. And so we're going to have to find ourselves either a decent, proper fog or rain. So hopefully we find that. So here we go. We found a rainy spot. That's excellent. And now when we look at our HUD, when we're moving around, instead of that circle, it's now the oval, which is what we were when we were standing still. And then when we stop, it's that line with the half circle, like we were when we were crouching. When we're crouching, it's now the line like we were when we were prone. And when we go prone, it's just the straight off line. So once again, we can see it's really actually decreased our visibility value by 1. And once again, it's still raining. Rain and fog go hand in hand. And so we can see that when we move around, it's really going to decrease our sight for the animals. So let's go ahead. Let's pump another second point in there just to prove my point. So we're going to put our point in here, and now we're fully loaded up to level 2. Now, does it change when we're moving? No, you can still see it's still the oval, still the half circle when we stop. So our conclusion, you know what? It's a great skill to have, the only happy when it's rain to decrease our visibility, but you only really need to put 1 point into it. When we go over to the skill tree, we'll see the way that they have the tier system. You're going to need your points elsewhere to be able to open up larger tiers. So we want to maybe save them for them. So I hope everybody found this helpful. From Tiararoa, this is Call the Wild Tutorials saying happy hunting.